she was America's golden girl of tennis, an 18-time Grand Slam champion, admired for her grace, elegance, and icy focus on the court. But behind the calm exterior, Chris Evert's personal life was filled with passion, heartbreak, and scandal. From fiery engagements to broken vows. Join me in this video as we explore and reveal her 6 most famous relationships, the fateful breakups, the secrets, and the love stories that shocked the world. Buckle up, because this one has more twists than a 5-set thriller. Top on our list we have the relationship with Jimmy Connors. Jimmy Connors was the bad boy of tennis. Fiery, cocky, and a champion in his own right. By the early 70s, he was already world number 1. In 1974, the world watched in awe as both Chris Evert and Jimmy Connors lifted the Wimbledon trophies on the same weekend. It was the ultimate love story, 2 champions in love. The pair became engaged, and fans were sure a fairy tale wedding was just around the corner. But the dream collapsed. The engagement was abruptly called off. Years later, Connors alleged in his autobiography that Evert had been pregnant and chosen abortion, a claim that shocked fans. Evert countered that it was a private matter unfairly exposed. By 1976, the golden couple was history, leaving behind one of the sport's most infamous breakups. Number 5, we have her relationship with Jack Ford. Jack Ford, the son of the 38th U.S. President Gerald Ford, was polished, handsome, and America's political bachelor. Fresh off her split from Connors, Evert was briefly linked to Jack Ford in 1976. It was a match made for the tabloids. Tennis royalty meets political royalty. For a few months, Chris swapped the tennis courts for glimpses of Washington, D.C. glamour. But the romance never went the distance. By May that year, it was over. Short, sweet, and very 1970s headline material. Number 4, relationship with Burt Reynolds. If dating a president's son wasn't enough, Chris Evert's love life soon collided with Hollywood. Burt Reynolds was one of the biggest stars of the 1970s. With blockbuster films like Smokey and the Bandit, rugged good looks, and his trademark charm, he was the ultimate Hollywood leading man. Evert and Reynolds were linked in the late 70s. For the media, this was irresistible, America's tennis sweetheart and Hollywood's sex symbol. Though the romance was more of a fling than a long-term commitment, it added another dramatic chapter to her story. Dating Reynolds gave her a taste of the high-flying Hollywood life, but it wasn't her world. Eventually, they went their separate ways, but the headlines made sure fans never forgot the pairing. At number 3 we have her relationship with John Lloyd. John Lloyd was a British tennis pro, ranked among the top players in the late 70s. While not as dominant as Connors or McEnroe, Lloyd was known for his smooth game and gentlemanly charm. Evert married Lloyd in 1979, making him her first husband. But as much as fans celebrated the union, the cracks appeared quickly. Chris's career was still soaring, while John's was struggling. The imbalance created tension, and their marriage began to unravel. In her memoirs, Evert admitted that she rushed into the marriage, perhaps searching for stability. By 1987, the marriage ended in divorce. It was the first of her 3 high-profile marriages, and sadly, not the last heartbreak. If John Lloyd wasn't the one, maybe Chris had better luck the second time. At number 2 we have the relationship with Andy Mill. Andy Mill was a former Olympic downhill skier. Known as a daredevil on the slopes, he brought a different kind of energy into Chris's life. They married in 1988, and together they had 3 sons, Alexander, Nicholas, and Colton. For nearly 2 decades, Andy seemed like the steady partner Chris needed. They built a family, shared a love for sports, and for a while, it looked like Chris had finally found lasting happiness. But in 2006, their marriage ended, and not quietly. The divorce became public, with reports of betrayal and emotional fallout. Andy once described it as the biggest loss of his life. Their split shook not only their family but also the tennis world, which had seen them as one of its most solid couples. And the last open relationship for Chris Evert we have Greg Norman. This was the most shocking relationship. It came easily and ended very first. Greg Norman, the legendary Australian golfer, was one of the biggest names in sports during the 80s and 90s. Known as the Great White Shark, Norman won 2 majors and was a dominant force in golf for years. He was wealthy, charismatic, and larger than life. In 2008, Chris Evert married Norman in a lavish ceremony. It was a union of 2 sports legends, both at the top of their games in their respective fields. But from the start, the marriage was rocky. Conflicting schedules, media scrutiny, and rumors of clashing egos plagued their relationship. After just 15 months, they divorced, one of the shortest and most shocking celebrity marriages in sports history. What was supposed to be a fairy tale ending became yet another heartbreak in Evert's journey. From tennis champions to Hollywood stars, from political royalty to golfing legends, Chris Evert's love life was as headline-grabbing as her tennis career. She loved boldly, lived in the public eye, and experienced heartbreak just as fiercely as she dominated on the court. Her story is more than just a string of relationships. It's a reminder that even legends aren't immune to love's trials and scandals. So, what do you think? Which of Chris Evert's breakups shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching our Sports Stars Stories. Kindly subscribe to our channel and stay updated for more interesting videos and captivating stories of our stars in the world of sports.